In this video, we are reacting to why kids are so violent now. What is good, y'all? Welcome back to another video, man. Why kids are so violent. I was not a violent kid. If anything, I was a soft kid. Not soft like that, but like I really was a lover, not a fighter, but I really get down. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure you guys tap in. Make sure you guys watch the rest of my videos. All my videos are binge worthy. When I say, I mean binge worthy. Go tap in. Without further ado, let's get straight into this video.
She been command me.
Last year, when Gen Alpha kids were being ridiculed to the moon, teachers were saying they couldn't read, they couldn't write, and all they do was sit and watch brain rot like Coco Melon, play Roblox, and genuinely dopamine max while they sit and scroll on their iPad and their tablet while watching their TV at the same time. Last year, they were watching Subway Surfers frying their brains, and now this year, the memes are replaced with 6, 7, and Tung Tung Sohor. So basically, we're not getting any better, okay? And on top of that, I would honestly say it's getting worse, bro. Nowadays, Gen Alpha kids are getting to that point where they're strong enough to start bullying their own parents. At times, they hit their parents, and now they're even costing them hefty fines and fees like replacing TVs when they crash out on games. And this is really significant because it shows how violent this new generation is becoming, bro.
Crashed out for the last time. No
Damn.
more Roblox. Right is. Huh?
My guy crashed out over steal a brain.
Oh my goodness. Now, don't hit your kids, but if my kid did, can you imagine? You call that one nigga who set up TVs for his business, right? The one who be hanging on it. If I can't hang on your TV mount, he put it in flush, flat. Y'all probably know what I'm talking about. Y'all probably don't. He be on Facebook, he be on YouTube. His channel is crazy. His business is crazy. You put in that picture frame one, y'all know what I'm talking about. Flushing the wall sideways. It pop out this much from the wall. And your kid throw a remote at it. Ooh! Oh yeah. What y'all gonna do? Cause for me, I'm gonna be like this baby right here. I'm gonna be like this, crying at first, laughing it off, start crying, and then you're done. You're done. Oh, you're done. No, I'm not gonna hit my kid.
Right, bro. If you don't know what steal a brain rot is, it's just a Roblox game. The most dumb thing ever. Not something to get this mad over. And definitely not something to break a $1,000 TV, bro. If my kid breaks a $1,000 TV, it would take all the hands in the world to grab me, pull me away from putting my hand. I'm just kidding. You know, that is abuse. Either way, though, I'm not gonna lie. What I would do, bro, if my kid did this, he would have to clean dishes, do chores, work a job or something. I don't care if you're
if my kid did this, whoo, I'm not gonna lie. He gonna have to rebuild he gonna have to build an underground railroad for real. He gonna have to really be on some outdoor boys type of. You go make some honey butter. Go make some pig swine stew, some moose shoulder soup. Cause obviously you deserve to be outside throwing. I mean, you might be good at throwing axes.
You're doing child labor. You're working in the machine factories in order to replace my goddamn 25-inch flat screen TV, bro. Look at the way he threw the controller in there.
Now, if it was a TV with the big booty, you're good. I mean, shit, that shit might bounce back at you. Hi, hold up. Them big ass, thick ass screens. Hold up.
It's so bad that it left a dent, a mark, a fossil over Roblox. And this lady right here in the comment section said it best. Brain rot is the devil. I just can't prove it yet. Hey, I can prove it to you, okay? They probably have devil games in them Roblox, bro. And watch, they actually probably do. I'm gonna have my editor put it on the freaking screen. Yo, put it on the screen, bro. And the thing is, I know some of y'all will say, oh yeah, toddlers, kids will have, you know, bad temper, bad tantrums. You know, they don't know how to control their behavior, blah, 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 right? But it's not just those youngins, the Gen Alpha that are like, you know, 5, 6, 7 years old. It's the ones who are teenagers now, bro. 13-year-old daughter crashes out after I take her cell phone.
You even feel bad?
13?
Your tailgate, no. Getting another phone anyway.
Damn!
Take her cell.
Did y'all see that phone? I'm trying to process. I could just go back and look at it. Nigga, what happened here? Oh, wait. This is learned behavior for sure. Look at the car in the back. They got a spinner V in the back. Yeah, they be spinning shit. Yeah, we know what area this is. Now the people, the skin color different, but the area the same.
Getting no phone anyways.
Wait, okay, you didn't take her cell phone. You freaking destroyed it. Damn, bro.
No, you're not. How you gonna get it?
And I'm not gonna lie, bro. I would crash out too if I still had the freaking iPhone 5 from back in the day in 2010 when it
She's
released.
13 though. She's 13. At 13, I didn't have a phone. When I was 13, I got a phone when I was what? Like 16, I think. 16, 17. Think that stupid ass. I said 16, 17, not 6.
She can't even download games like freaking Fruit Ninja or Jetpack Joyride, bro. How do you expect her to enjoy life?
Jetpack
Damn, bro.
Joyride.
Call your friends now.
Yo, see if you can call your friends now.
Power button don't work.
And this is what they're doing in response. Putting
Did you hear? I told y'all exactly what was going on. I said, different skin color, same. This is basically shooting dice for them. We know the area they're in. Why wouldn't she crash out? If I was, I'd crash out too, because learned behavior, it's the area.
holes in the back of the truck, bro. Oh no, bro. And if you know anything
I was about to say, I heard it earlier. I was like, someone shoot it? No, they're doing
about
this.
cars, bro, these fees are expensive as hell to replace. Who even is this, by the way, bro? Is this your friend? Did she recruit a homie to do this?
Oh,
And she's still going. With this nonchalant look, she has no fear of her parents.
She
sitting
got
there looking
Chinese
like,
And what are you gonna do
words
about it,
on her
Dad,
leg.
Mom, I don't care. I'm gonna, beat
the truck until you buy me a new phone. That's the thing. These kids be thinking that they're on the same level of authority as these parents, bro. Like, you gotta discipline them at some point.
Nah.
Right? Maybe they shouldn't fear you to like a physical extent, but they should fear some type of punishment. I feel like grounding or something, man. It just shows that you let them walk over you consistently for them to do this because they didn't start out doing something this bad. In the comment
Nah,
section,
I mean, not necessarily. I feel like some people, some parents genuinely are really good parents. Their kids are just around the wrong group of people. Like your kid, their kids are. I've seen it too. Me being with my peers and seeing how they treat their parents or talk about their parents and like how it is with their parents sometimes in some cases. Like it's like, damn, your mom is not asking nothing crazy of you. You feel me? But you're still sitting here like going crazy. So it's not always the parents, but most of the time it is the parents making them learn the
the
behavior.
problem is with the parents, and I pretty much agree, bro. This is on the parents. I'm too black for this. No facts, bro. Oh my gosh, bro. I'm black and Asian, okay? The black side, belt, switch from the tree. The Asian side, sandal. I'm getting beat with a straw hat damn near, bro. It don't matter. This is something that ethnic families would just not allow, bro. When your son slaps the hell out of you, but you remember it's just a baby. Damn. I mean, this is kind of normal, okay? I'll say that. You know, freaking babies, they be slapping sometimes. So I won't throw this one in there. I won't violate this baby, but you know, you do it again, yo, I'm gonna be on your head.
It was crazy. That baby's kind of dark. I never really seen a dark baby. Well, no, I haven't seen a dark infant. Maybe that's what it is. I haven't seen a dark skinned infant. Do babies come out black? Whoa, that sounds so crazy. That sounds so crazy. Do infants come out like dark black, like darker than me? My skin color, do they come out dark like me?
If you're enjoying the video so far, please make sure you sub to the channel. We're on the road to 200,000
Yeah, sub to me
subscribers. Thank you
and
very
sub
much.
to
Now,
Hello.
remember when I mentioned earlier that those teachers came out of the woodworks to say that Gen Alpha was like all violent, lazy, couldn't read, couldn't write, you know, they had problems or
Right.
whatever. They're being reckless. They're putting their hands on people in school. That didn't stop, okay? So going on r/teachers, you know, where teachers can vent their frustrations in their authentic self without fearing getting fired by the school boarders. This one from 4
Canada.
months ago says that Gen Alpha struggles with writing ability. This one says that kids are not okay. To save y'all a yap session and a word salad. Basically, this is stating that for the past 2 years, Gen Alpha test scores were free falling and behaviors are escalating. As a teacher, I know I'm going to have to change this new generation, but how? I wish I could share the video, but they haven't graduated yet. New teachers wouldn't believe how drastically things have changed in 2.5 years. In just 2 years, test scores are free falling. Behaviors are getting more unruly. Kids are getting more violent. Even teachers sometimes are crashing out in classes. And as the teacher noted, this has all been happening really drastically in the last 2.5 years, bro. And for some of y'all out here that might be saying, oh, this was 7 months ago. This right here is from literally 2 days ago. Is this normal? Kids are glitching out. Glitching out? I started teaching music to 5-6-year-old kids. They can't express their thoughts. They glitch out. They stumble. They're struggling with their development. And
I feel like this is another reason why. I mean, if you're not like as us, right? You have to give that to your kids. When you have to Yeah, when you have to, one of y'all just commented on my video, and on one of my videos, and so y'all comment because I read what's called, y'all make me laugh. But if you are not being able to convey your emotions and allowing your kids to convey their emotions, like logically, but still with some emotion, but like literally just speaking it out, then your kids are gonna behave like this. They're gonna glitch out. You have to understand how to give, and you can always learn, because look, this year I'm a new parent. You might know more than your kid. When you're 50 and your kid is 21, or your kid is however old, like maybe like 20 or something like that, you're 50. That means it's still your first time ever being 50 and raising a 20-year-old. So like there's always a learning curve, and you always have to like you can learn something at every age. I feel like growing up, you do this with your kids. You point the finger and say you do, because I know more, because you're a kid. You're at a certain age now, they can give something back to you. You got to be willing to open that and take it. It starts at a young age, being able to you give them all these seeds and let it grow within them. If you don't give them seeds, they'll go to somebody else and start acting like this because they don't know how to. Almost like the person who's always mad. You know, the kid at school is always like, I swear to God, that nigga right there never was talked to as a kid. That nigga right there just been mad his whole life growing up with his mom, dad, his family, never being heard, never been listened to. So like you gotta listen, you gotta be able to, when they're mad, calm down, tell me logically, what do you think is gonna happen after this? What do you want to do? What do you think that, you know what I mean? You gotta talk to them.
The person's wondering if this is a normal thing or not. And I made a more in-depth video about like violence within schools, but just to really drive in the point, kids in schools are bullying more. Like according to this article I found,
and real quick, it don't take like a lot to do that. Literally, if you're over here, when things like that happen, a lot of people buy their kids things, or say you're punished for this. All that time they're punished, or when you're buying them something, or you buy them food nowadays, it's like, I'll go take you to go get food. When you go into Chipotle, when you're driving, talk to them while you're driving. Like you can, you know what I mean? It's like there should never be an excuse, I don't have time to talk to them. Or it's like, do it while it's talking. You can.
4% of teenagers were bullied in the last 12 months.
I've
and
seen
according to
it.
Another article, it states that bullying, perpetration, and victimization is at 67.1%. And of course,
Tough-
there's more
tough
statistics
kid
that
right
talk
there.
about like
That
the
sucks.
ethnicities and stuff, or like your demographic that pertains to bullying. For
Whereas,
example, if
like,
you're
get
low
up.
income, or maybe if you're black / non-white Hispanic, you're more likely to be bullied, things like this. It is also important to note that it's hard to find statistics around Gen Alpha as a whole, because it just hasn't been that many years yet. Like I think the further we go down, the more stats we're going to see on Gen Alpha, but our sample size is just not big enough to make insane conclusions. So there is a chance that Gen Alpha is not more violent than other generations, but in my opinion, I feel like the violence they have stems from like anger, rage, things like this that come from poor parenting and social media, or overdosing on dopamine, bro. So now I want to get into why Gen Alpha kids are so aggressive. As I said, dopamine maxing, you know, if you're continuing to consume TV upon screen, upon tablet, upon this and that, and brain rot, things like this, you're constantly chasing that high, almost like a drug user.
Right.
And what happens when a drug user doesn't have their drugs? They go through
You start
withdrawals. They
withdrawing.
start itching. You know, like give me money, you know? I mean, we all felt that before when we did crack for the first time and felt those itches and scratches. So I'm sure that Gen Alpha feels the same.
Hold up, no. When we did like video games, you know, when Fortnite first dropped, we was playing, and then the servers went down. You know, the black hole. Ew. We was all fiending. Oh, the black hole. No, I see something in mine. My TV screen is different. Mine's different than you guys'. Something's happening on my TV screen.
Way when they're not getting their dopamine, bro. Coupled with the fact that their brains are not very developed at all, how do you expect them to feel when they're not getting what they want? That, coupled with the fact that their parents never really restrict them, they always get what they want. Whenever they're told no in school, or whenever they're faced with some type of roadblock or difficulty, they're gonna overreact and maybe crash out, which is why you see kids throwing things at TVs, why you see kids throwing chairs, why you see kids lashing out at school or other people, because they don't know how to deal with their emotions. They were never taught by their parents. They never learned it at home. They were always getting what they want. So when they don't get what they want, how do they act? And this shows, bro, if you have a kid and you're not raising them right, the moment you do decide to punish them, they might take it right back out on you. Whether they put their hands on you, they put their hands on your vehicle, it can get really scary. Now hold on, I know what some of y'all might be thinking at home. You see your kid doing that, you know, their first instinct is, you know, pull out the belt and get to
Talk.
right?
Well, wrong.
According to the study, it says that physically punishing children in low and middle income countries has exclusively negative outcomes, including poor health, low academic performance, parasocial emotional
Oh, so when you rich, you could beat the shit out of them, and it works. Okay.
yielding similar results to studies in wealthier nations. So more or less, punishing your child physically is not the way to go, and it actually makes things worse. So if you're wondering why some person's evil out there, it might be because, you know, there was hands put on them as a child. So if you can't put hands on a child, what do? This is where the discussion of gentle parenting comes in. So to define gentle parenting, it says that gentle parenting is a means of parenting without shame, blame, or punishment. That's the basics and most accurate definition.
No,
Now,
that's wrong. That's wrong. Completely wrong. There should be shame. There should be blame, but there should be comfort at the end of everything. You did this. Feel shame, but it's okay. Now, no, don't feel anything, because that's how you start having niggas grow up. Gentle parenting is not the way. I think there's something in the middle. There's like, not gentle hitting, but no, there's like, I don't know. But they should definitely understand their consequences. Not, oh, it's okay. No, everything's okay. It's okay. Imagine this. The people that are in prison, take this for example, people that get incarcerated, right? Say you go, they get incarcerated, they come back out, and it's like, oh no, it's okay. What's stopping me from doing it again? It's gonna be okay. No, you need to feel that shame, but know that I'm gonna be here. You know what I mean? And then be able to talk it out, and
you know what you might be thinking, oh, that's too soft. You know, kids, they need to learn the hard way. They need to learn, you know, more to be a man. Which, you know,
no,
I'm
they need to
hearing you out,
feel.
okay?
Kids
And
understand
opinion,
emotion
more
than words.
To it, okay? Gentle parenting isn't all wrong, but gentle parenting isn't all bad either. In the definition, shame, blame, or punishment, I understand shame. I understand blame. Punishment, I don't know. Because you don't want to be that person who's shaming their child publicly, right? Like those Instagram moms go on IG Live and expose their daughters when they're doing weird stuff.
What your name is? How old are you? Who were you? What you got? What happened?
I got caught here.
With who?
With Jordan.
And then there was punishment.
Whoa.
Okay, I feel like, bro, there needs to be some level of punishment. Don't you agree, bro? Like taking away a device, grounding them for a day, that never hurt nobody for real, bro. It makes them know what they're missing out on. Me personally, I definitely feel like you gotta punish a kid just so they kind of know what they can and can't do. Otherwise, they're just gonna keep like pushing the boundaries.
I mean, I feel like you could spank them a little, right? They call it cocotazo, right? Right? Spank them a little bit. When I say spank, I mean, yo, what was that sound? But like, you know, they gotta learn and understand a little bit.
Like you can even see it with a baby, bro. They're gonna test you. They're gonna test you and test you and test you. And then when they find out the consequences of it, that's when they lock in and be like, okay, I can't do that. Same thing when you're training a dog. And no, I don't want to compare raising a freaking kid to treating a dog. But you get what I'm saying. You gotta, you know, lay the boundaries and lay the...
That's why, honestly, the only way I can see it, I mean, it might be because I'm athletic brained. Get them in a hobby, because when they're in a hobby, they're most likely not going to be. There's a less chance of them doing dumb shit like this, like getting mad when you take their. Well, you know, it's like letting them do whatever. Not even athletics, just anything they want to do. Like, oh, I like basketball growing up. I like sports. I like soccer. So if you say, oh, you're not going to soccer practice, I'm locking in. For real. I was on a team before, and my mom came and said, his grades are not it. I said, my grades are not it. What are you talking about? My coach, I'm like, my coach. My coach said, Kesser's not playing. I didn't even get to suit up. Boy, the next morning I was up in class like this. Hey, sir, I was in class like this. Look. Sir, can I do any extra credit? Is there any? That's how I came to get on that court, because it was something I really did care about. You know what I mean?
And if they do cross those boundaries, you gotta, you know, show them the consequences. And that same thing is gonna happen in their adulthood, so you want to teach them that early. There are consequences to certain actions. In my opinion, the answer is not to get rid of gentle parenting. My answer is not to do physical
He got a nice
punishment,
fro
and my
on
answer
his
is
head.
also not to shame. But my answer is to be slightly strict, limiting things that they can access while they're in trouble, punishing them, but not physically, and not overdoing it, bro. But let me know what you think down below in the comment section. What?
Yeah, man. W video by Halal, but I said wrong button. W video by law. Make sure you guys, if you are having kids, or some of you guys do, make sure you take that approach of, like, you know, talking to them. Kids really do understand emotion more than anything, but more than that, they understand words more than you think. They understand emotion more than anything, but they understand words more than you think. They can understand you. They have really good sense of context clues, because we had very good sense of context clues. Always put yourself in that position. Was I stupid growing up? Maybe you were, but not me. So make sure you talk to your kids, man. Be logical. Without further ado, appreciate yourself, watching, like, comment, share, subscribe. See you on the next one. I'm gone.